Ladies and gentlemen, may I proudly bring to you, this is Pro W Soul, and this is the question of the day. Are you a believer? That's right, a Boliever. Not a believer, a Boliever. And the reason I'm saying Boliever, because I'm talking about Bo Dallas, my friends. Now, Bo Dallas, for those who don't know, he is a professional wrestler, age 24 years of age. He's been in the WWE NXT developmental program, where they've tried to build him up to become the future of the WWE. Now, quite frankly, I'll be honest with you, with all the talent that has been coming out with the NXT lately, I have not been enjoying it. I think it's quite cartoony for my liking. And when I first saw this Boliever character, I didn't know whether it was a babyface or a heel. I thought it was a babyface initially, but to my delight, he has turned out to be a complete heel. And I really thought he was going to be awful. I really did. But him coming out doing his promos and saying, all you have to do is believe. And he's got that Mickey Mouse look on him. Hello. You are all winners, everybody. So, believe. You kind of go, yeah. Yes, this is a good heel. I have to say, it works very, very well. The catchphrase is awesome. I don't know whether he thought of it or whoever thought of it. It was so simple, but believe. And the thing is, the crowd are actually getting involved in it now. Seriously. Now, instead of believe though, they're actually saying bo ring. At least they're chanting something. So he is a complete heel. Now, I mean, I'll be honest with you, when I first saw him, I thought he looked like a pretty boy wannabe, you know, just another guy. He's a cruiserweight as well, so I thought to myself, you know, is he actually going to make it big time? And I thought no. And do I still think that? I unfortunately do, because quite frankly, he's a cruiserweight. Now, the track record of cruiserweights, they don't make it big, and they don't, well, they do win the world championships, there's no doubt about it. I mean, Chris Jericho is one hell of a big example of that, where he was a, you know, big, he won the Undisputed World Championship, the first one for the first time, where he had both titles. However, he never became the man in the WWE. No one could actually believe that he was the man. He was on the cusp of becoming it, but then he started to play that role where everybody stopped believing in him, and he played that character of like, a paranoid guy where, you know, everybody was after the title and people didn't believe he was going to win the title, and somehow he would sneak out a decision. And that's where, with Chris Jericho, it went wrong. And I think it's the same with, well, Rey Mysterio, let's be honest. I think Vince felt sorry for him or something along the line of that. That's why they basically gave him the title initially. And I think the only guy who was going to make the cusp and make the transition for a cruiserweight to be a big player was Eddie Guerrero, God bless his soul. And unfortunately, he passed away. But that clearly just shows that there's a lot of cruiserweights out there, but they don't make it to be the man in the WWE. I mean, the only route I think that Bo Dallas should do is go maybe getting a manager route. The thing is with this, is a lot of the guys have just done that. I mean, for example, The Miz has done that, and Dolph Ziggler has done that, and they've won the world titles, but they've never become the man as such. I mean, let's be truthful. When The Miz had the world title, did anybody believe that he was the man in the WWE? No, because he had Alex Riley. who was his manager as such, and or not manager, he was his his future development star, apprentice as such. That's the word. And with Dolph Ziggler had a Big E holding his hand, and he had, prior to that, he had Vicky Guerrero, etc. But when they had the world title, when Dolph Ziggler had the world title, he initially just suffered a concussion, and they just swept the title away from him, and quite frankly, left him with nowhere. And he's just back on the, well, I would say undercard. I would class it as, unfortunately for them guys. And well, the Miz, he's got married, etc. The rest of the route. But they've never become the man, unfortunately, and I do feel that I do not believe that he will be the man in the WWE. Can he make a great heel? Hell yes. He's got a great catchphrase. You can simply, and he's annoyingly happy, and it's annoyingly funny at the same time. I love the way he just goes around, like, yay, everybody shake my hand, I'm high-fiving the crowd, doing a victory lap, yes, I won, I'm the guy, yay. And I think that works very, very well with him. Is he going to be the man? I don't even think Paul Heyman, if he was a Paul Heyman guy, would be able to move him to the next level, unfortunately. Paul Heyman's, he tries his best to make the guy, but, the main thing is, he is a cruiserweight. If he works if he works really, really hard, like, becomes a physical wrestler in terms of, but hits it hard as well, like Daniel Bryan does, because Daniel Bryan's at 5'8", but my gosh, when he wrestles with bigger guys, they do feel like they're getting hit by a truck as well. And that was the thing with Daniel Bryan. You could actually believe that he could take on them guys. And I think that's the thing with Bo Dallas. If he can actually look like he can compete with the big guys, the best of the best, that will make us believe in him. But can he do it? That is the question. Hopefully, yes, I would hope him very well, I don't hope anybody, ill will at all. Hopefully he proves me wrong, but I don't believe that he will. So, let me know what you guys think. Do you think that he is going to be the big time wrestler that the WWE may want him to be in the future? Or will he be just another guy who's basically had the world title and taken away from him and passed it back to John Cena? What do you think? Okay, well, thank you for listening to this. Please like, subscribe, share. Have a look at the sponsors as well. There's some good sponsors out there. Just, please have a look. And have a great day. And peace out. Peace!